All right, good evening. My name is Captain Akapo Martin with the Harrisburg City Police. We are here to talk about a vehicle accident in regards to the Kipona Festival. What we know at this time is shortly after the Kipona Festival ended, shortly after 6 p.m., there was a vehicle that came through one of the barricaded areas, went around the barricades and the vehicles that were in the street, uh, came through the crowd and struck some victims that were in the crowd on the street. That vehicle was stopped a couple of blocks later, and the driver was apprehended and taken out of the vehicle. Um, Several victims are at other hospitals at this time that we know of. We have 3 victims at this point, and the investigation is still ongoing at this time.
You said a child was injured, and was it two adults?
There was a child and an adult female,
And then who was the other injury?
and there was a city worker that was in the street as well, trying to stop the vehicle.
What's their condition?
Everyone's condition right now, at this point that I know, is in fair condition. I'm not sure on specifics of each individual, but they're all at area hospitals.
Was this driver arrested? Were they
The driver is
intoxicated?
detained at this point. We are investigating it further.
You can say for sure that there were no life-threatening injuries here?
At this point, I'm not aware of that.
Was the driver impaired?
I can't comment on that. I'm not sure at this point.
So what? Obviously, these streets are blocked off. You have Front Street blocked off, State Street all the way down through towards 83. How did this happen?
At this point, that's what we're still investigating. It appears from a lot of witnesses state that the vehicle went off of the roadway and then protruded back onto the roadway around the barricades and the vehicles that we have parked along Front Street.
Was there anybody else in the car when the driver came through? I saw a car seat in the back.
I do not know that at this time.
Is
It doesn't believe to be there was anyone else in the vehicle.
Was the driver injured?
I do not know that at this time.
Have you spoken with her yet?
No, I have not at this time.
This happens every year. These types of festivals. Obviously, it's the end of the Labor Day weekend, literally just wrapping up when this happened. Have you experienced anything like this before?
I myself have not experienced this, but I know across our country that this is going on in several areas. I don't want to put this out that this was some sort of intentional act. We're still investigating this situation as we move forward throughout the evening, but we do have several witnesses that have come forward, and we have the driver, and we are interviewing her and ascertaining what exactly happened to them.
Do you know how old the child is?
I do not have that information.
Or if it was a boy or a girl?
I do not have that information. At this
Can
time.
you tell us where the incident started and how the car got all the way down the 6 blocks to the other side of the roadway? Did she drive that entire way? Or?
Correct. She drove the entire way.
So from where to where? What street? Do you know?
The entry point was all the way up at Front and Forester Street.
Okay, and then she stops down by Cranberry Street. How did she come to a stop?
I do not know that. It appears that after impact with several items, the vehicle came to a rest.
We spoke to a lot of people here today who witnessed all of this and just were in complete, utter shock about all of this. What would you say to those people who are now having to kind of comprehend everything that happened here today?
It's a very touching situation. As I stated earlier, that this is something that everyone has to be fearful in mass gatherings, and we need to make sure that safety is at its highest level. We're protecting those that come to the festivals and trying to enjoy themselves, and it's a shame that something like this ruins what was rather a very successful weekend for the city of Harrisburg.
I know it's probably hard to tell, but was property damaged?
I do not know that this time.
Were police by the barricades that she had went through up by Forster?
At my knowledge, no. There was no officers up where she made the impact point, but officers were stationed throughout the park, and currently at the time when the vehicle came through, officers were clearing out the park because the festival was over.
How long did the crash kind of go on until police actively stepped in? How quickly maybe was that response?
The officers' first priority was to clear the areas of other pedestrians that were coming through in the path of the vehicle. They were doing that. They saw the vehicle as it was approaching. They looked for opportunities to intervene with that vehicle, but you can imagine it was taking place very quickly. The whole entire incident probably took place in less than a minute.
Every year there are families who come out here, whether it's the 4th of July Fest, it's Labor Day, it's Memorial Day. and oftentimes they're fearful for their safety because of gun violence or anything else. And now all of a sudden this happens. What would you say to families who are concerned about bringing people out here? Is this city still safe?
The city is safe. These are random acts that unfortunately sometimes are controllable and sometimes are not controllable. It is something that this could have been a worse off situation than what it was, but thankfully the injuries were limited, and hopefully everyone and the victims are going to make a full recovery, and then we'll just continue to try and work on safety protocols and making sure that the festivals are safe for everyone to come out to.
What's it going to look like in the future? Are you going to be having officers stationed at these barricades so that people can't be getting through?
We'll have to look at those protocols. We'll have to advise through our committees and work on new reform on how we protect areas like this.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.